Yeah, today we are gonna talk about this Oppo Find N3, a foldable that I believe is the best at this moment and has solved a lot of issues that other foldables have. This Oppo Find N3 offers much more convenience than any other foldables, and it is packed with flagship class hardware along with optimized software. Before this, I was using a Xiaomi Mix Fold 3, but now I think even Mix Fold 3 can't compete well enough with this Oppo Find N3. I use it closed as a standard smartphone much more often, and I open it when I want more display real estate, or when I want to use two or even more applications side by side without sacrificing the true user experience of those applications. Really? No. I actually use this one unfolded more than I use this one in its folded state. Okay, let's start with the most exciting segment of this Oppo Find N3. When many other brands feel like only one or two sensors will do the work, Oppo has decided to take it to another level. There is a 48 megapixel Sony T808 ultra sensing wide sensor with OIS, a 48 megapixel Sony IMX581 ultra wide sensor, and a 64 megapixel OV64B telephoto sensor, which offers 3 times optical zoom and also has OIS. There are two selfie sensors. The external panel selfie sensor is a 32 megapixel OV32C sensor, and the inner panel has a 20 megapixel sensor too. So we don't need to fold or unfold to access the selfie sensor. We can also use the external display panel as our viewfinder. I will take a rest while you enjoy some photos and videos that I have taken side by side with this Oppo Find N3 and Xiaomi Mix Fold 3. I will let you decide which one has performed better. Check carefully and make a comment in the comment section. Well, this isn't gonna be a conventional review video. I think you already have got to understand that. Anyway, I'm gonna share my personal experience of the past couple of weeks with this Oppo Find N3. Let's talk about the display panels. Yes, both are LTPO3 OLED panels and both can reproduce perfectly correct colors, yet offers eye-pleasing, vivid and vibrant image quality. Both the external and the internal display panels support Dolby Vision, HDR10, HDR10+, HLG and can reproduce 1 billion colors. And when it comes to smoothness, wow! Yes, both the display panels support 120Hz refresh rate. And we can choose our preferred screen color preset. The external display panel is a 6.31-inch FHD Plus and the internal display panel is a 7.82-inch panel with 2440 by 2268 resolution. Oppo Find N3's display panels are not only eye-pleasing but also comfortable because both the panels have all the eye care features, standard features like dark mode, bedtime mode and eye comfort along with 1440Hz PWM. Wow! What else do we need? Kudos to Oppo that it's fun to use both the panels of a foldable and even under heavy sunlight, both the displays can go very bright and both the panels can go very bright up to 2800 nits. Moreover, when it comes to protection, Oppo has used ultra-thin nanocrystal glass for the cover display. Oppo Find N3 Filp's main screen, internal display panel, has a lot of functions. It supports split view, flexible window, screen watching, dual windows, and so on. We can even open 3 apps in split view, which is a super convenient thing to have on the go. We all care about another thing in every foldable smartphone, that's the crease down the center line of the unfolded display. Trust me, Oppo has nailed it again. In terms of visibility, you will need to work hard to find the crease. And when you run your finger on the center line, yeah, you will feel it, but it's so very smooth and more delicate than any other foldable smartphones available on the market. I think the hinge of a foldable is the second most important thing. Oppo has used an industry-leading innovative hinge crafted from aviation-grade materials for unparalleled strength and flexibility to fold at angles that cater to our specific needs. On paper, it supports 45° to 125° angle. Yeah, as per specification, that's what Oppo claims. But in real life, the hinge is really very good, very rigid. We actually can put it in between 35° to 135° without any issue. The hinge is a bit rigid, and that means when we want to fold this Oppo Find N3 fully flat, we kinda need to force it. And when it is folded, it folds totally flat. Okay, even if it is subjective, outlook and appearance is also a very important factor. We also can't forget that size does matter and plays a big role. Don't you agree? Well, jokes apart, Oppo has actually done very good. It has managed to condense all the flagship hardware into a petite thin housing. I cannot say it is one of the thinnest foldable, but it is thin enough. When folded, the thickness is 12.23 mm. Adding the camera block, the thickness will bump up to 17.22 mm. It is also very light. It only weighs 246 grams. Like Oppo Find N3 Filp, Oppo Find N3 also comes with an alert slider. We can use this slider to cycle between vibrate mode, silent mode, and ring mode. In hand, in real life, it truly doesn't feel that heavy. And once it is unfolded, it feels more like a lightweight e-reader. Thanks to great weight distribution, it also comes with IPX4 certification, which many other foldables don't have. Yeah, it is a sleek foldable, but the truth is, the camera bump is a bit too big. The curves and cutouts are well thought and it has a clean design language, looks posh and premium. Oh yeah, it's a super flagship device, so it should look like a posh and premium device. Find N3 comes with a symmetric stereo multi-speaker setup, and the speakers can go very loud without any distortion, offering definition to the soundscape. It supports Dolby Atmos, and this trio speaker setup is one of the best among all the smartphones that I have ever used. Oppo Find N3 comes with a side-mounted fingerprint sensor. It's pretty easy to register fingerprint, but wait, I have to say, I don't like the placement of the power button. It's a bit too high. Also, the fingerprint sensor, which is integrated into the power button, is a bit prone to occasional mishap. It has failed to pick fingerprints on a few occasions. Oh, yeah, if you are interested in using Face Unlock, Find N3 also comes with a 2D face unlock option. Both the internal selfie sensor and the external selfie sensor can be used to unlock the phone. If you are like me, if you want to use banking applications on your smartphone, then you need to check safety net support. It's good that Oppo Find N3 supports safety net and it comes with Widevine L1 certification, so we can happily enjoy HD streaming without any issue. When it comes to performance, the engineers of Oppo have used their experience and optimized it to perfection. Find N3 comes with Snapdragon 8 Gen 2 SoC. Find N3 also has LPDDR5X RAM and UFS 4.0 storage. Snapdragon 8 Gen 2 means it's a powerhouse and it generates heat. Don't worry, Oppo has used industry-leading thermal solution which keeps the phone totally cool. I'm not surprised to see Oppo Find N3 has managed to score 1,606,000 in Antutu benchmark version 10. One more thing I need to mention, Find N3 has managed to achieve this score even after running Antutu benchmark back-to-back 3 times. Kudos to Oppo. Well, what about real-life gaming performance? If you have watched my other videos, then you may already know I have a beautiful girlfriend, Thea, and she loves to play graphics-intensive games. Well, as usual, she has played graphics-intensive games on this Oppo Find N3 hours after hours to check real-life performance. And you know what? Oppo Find N3 has actually performed better than many other flagship-class candy bar gaming smartphones. No matter what type of game you throw at it, it offers the best performance with stability. The surface doesn't even get heated. It continuously offers buttery-smooth fluidity with a very stable high frame rate. Well, it performs like a gaming device. Moreover, almost all the games are playable on both the external and on the internal display panel. And there is a smooth transition even if you want to fold or unfold in the middle of a gaming session. Oppo Find N3 uses its own Android skin, ColorOS 13.2 on top of Android 13. Actually, I think these days there is no difference between ColorOS and OxygenOS. Some people may argue, but I think ColorOS is even more optimized than OxygenOS. Anyway, there is a RAM expansion option available. If you want, you can expand your RAM, but you need to know expanding RAM doesn't mean you will have more physical RAM. You are just allocating a chunk of UFS storage as a cache of your smartphone. Finally, let's talk about the battery. The engineers of Oppo have managed to put a sizable 4805 mAh battery inside this foldable. I have noticed the screen on time of this Oppo Find N3 is even better than Xiaomi Mix Fold 3. On my busiest day with nearly constant use of camera and 5G, Oppo Find N3 has lasted about 18 hours, including 5 hours and 36 minutes of screen on time. Okay, Oppo Find N3 supports 67-watt SuperVOOC charging and it takes around 44 minutes to get fully charged. Okay, that's all about this Oppo Find N3. What do you think about this foldable? Are you impressed or not? Personally, I'm super impressed. Anyway, I would love to know your thoughts and ideas about this Oppo Find N3. Please make a comment in the comment section and share your thoughts and ideas. If you have enjoyed this video, then please don't forget to click on the like button. Also, if you haven't subscribed yet, then please subscribe to this channel. Support honest content.